Someone among them is the perfect candidate you're looking for your organization. Committed, hardworking, smart. The question is, who among them? Here is an organization that has over 26 years of experience providing end-to-end HR solutions to the industry. Institute of Banking Personnel Selection, or more popularly known as IBPS. IBPS provides expertise in competency mapping, assessment center, and development of individuals for succession planning. Facilitates career moves and role changes in the dynamic environment of the public and private sector. Mr. M.V. Nair, Chairman and Managing Director of Union Bank of India and Chairman Governing Board of IBPS, shares his views about IBPS.
Selection process designed by IBPS, I can say, is comparable with the best of the HR consulting firms globally. Job-ready candidates provided to us, which should bring down the entire span of time taken for recruitment and then training and making them ready for the job. And they have best of the technical team, professionals working with them. They're able to meet the deadlines. That's what is really making us to depend on IBPS increasingly for our needs.
Today, the emphasis on recruitment has changed from being a generalist to a specialist. This requires identifying the core competencies required for various roles within the organization. IBPS is one of India's premier organizations, engaged in competency assessment of candidates across India, across levels. Just to give you a scale of its operations, IBPS has processed over 13 million candidates for selection, promotion, and placement in a span of 1 year. The Institute has held exams in over 200 centers in 2,500 venues simultaneously, with over 1.1 million candidates in one session. Its in-house systems can process 5.2 million applications in a month, a record. Dr. K.C. Chakravarti, Deputy Governor, Reserve Bank of India, shares his views about IBPS.
Talent management is a very important function for any economy, especially the knowledge economy. Now, banks are managing the knowledge economy. Acquiring the talent, harnessing them, retaining them is a very challenging function. And in a diverse country like India, it is much more challenging as well as costly. Institute of Banking Personnel Selection can play an important role because over a period of time, they have developed the expertise, they have the right type of people, they have created database, and they are doing this job across the country so they can make it effective in terms of the scale. And they can help the bank in identifying their talent needs, spotting the talent by acquiring across the talent pool available in the country.
As any HR manager will agree, the first step of recruitment is to identify the right talent. IBPS runs assessment centers for organizations to identify talent for selection, promotion, or internal placement. To achieve this in the most effective and objective manner, IBPS has designed several tools that enhance objectivity when it comes to identifying the right talent for the right job. The Institute implements different methodologies for assessing latent behavioral traits such as leadership, team spirit, and group behavior. The in-basket exercise is a simulation of the kind of problems or correspondence a candidate would have to deal with in an actual job situation, as his or her responses are evaluated by a team of experts. Ms. Amar Deepika, Group President HR, Ashok Piramal Group, shares her insights as a corporate client.
The Ashok Piramal Group wanted to assess each leader for competencies against the mapped competencies. But having met IBPS team, there was large experience backed by a sense of commitment and in-depth knowledge. We needed to assess potential leaders from within who could later on take on senior responsibility. So for these two aspects, drew up a plan along with IBPS. It has helped us both in terms of training and development and also in terms of succession planning, because we've been able to identify potentials by way of your assessment centers.
With the growing demand for skilled manpower, banks are in need of new entrants who can occupy strategic or entry-level positions. Thus, recruiting on mass and class level became a gigantic task for banks. As a result, IBPS has provided the platform of common written examination to create a win-win situation for both the aspirants as well as the banks in a novel way. When you are looking to recruit across a large geographical area, the work can be quite challenging. Online receipt of application has also been popularized by IBPS and is today the accepted platform where 99% of the volume of projects is handled through this mode. Encouraged by the response, IBPS has chosen online payment solutions, which is the online receipt of application fee. This paperless mode contributes to helping the environment in a big way. Moving beyond traditional testing methods, IBPS has introduced online testing for selection and inter-scale promotion in its client organizations. It currently has the capacity to hold online testing for over 25,000 candidates across the country in a single session. IBPS pioneered the computer-based scanning system in India using ICR and OMR technology, and at present has a capacity of scanning more than 30,000 answer sheets per hour. IBPS has the unique distinction of handling large number of answer papers by validating all records of the candidates using this process. Mr. M.D. Malia, Chairman and Managing Director of Bank of Baroda and Chairman of IBA, emphasizes selection process of IBPS.
Bank of Baroda wanted to identify talent which could be harnessed and developed for future deployment in the bank. We termed this whole exercise as exercise coach. We identified IBPS to assist the Bank of Baroda in taking this initiative forward.
The Institute has designed tests that evaluate the candidates on the basis of their competencies. Interview is most susceptible to be influenced by personal bias, as it involves the views, opinions, and prejudices of interviewers. IBPS has devised the Interviewing Skills Development Program for executives to minimize the impact of subjectivity. Adapting to the changing times, IBPS has started conducting this program using the video conference mode, in addition to the conventional methods of providing training in this area. The Institute has a robust security system. Its confidential units have electronic and human surveillance all the time. IBPS has been acknowledged by Scientific and Industrial Research Organization, CIRA, by the Government of India as a research organization. IBPS has taken several initiatives in disseminating contemporary methodologies in talent acquisition and management through publications like Suchainika and Research Monograph. They provide valuable information in the areas of selection testing and human resource development. In the same direction, IBPS periodically conducts seminars and workshops. Being the leader, IBPS is committed to identify the changing trends in HR and psychometrics. Let's hear from Mr. M. Balachandran, Director of IBPS.
The Institute of Banking Personnel Selection has been into selection and recruitment of personnel for the member institutions for 25 years now. The IBPS has extended its client coverage beyond banking into insurance, regulatory bodies, government departments, education institutions, and enterprises in public and private. The experts in IBPS has gained the knowledge and developed expertise in new methodologies and tools in selection process. Today, IBPS is in a position to offer a comprehensive and end-to-end solution to multiple HR needs of member institutions.
As part of corporate social responsibility, IBPS launched a technology-aided methodology in coordination with National Association for Blind for testing visually impaired candidates. This project is named as Netra Sarathi, which will give freedom to the visually impaired candidates to appear for exams without the assistance of a scribe. In keeping with the needs of the society, IBPS contributes to its CSR activities by conducting pre-exam training for underprivileged categories. IBPS also assesses aptitude for science of underprivileged school children. It profiles their competencies and provides vocational guidance. To create opportunities for employment, IBPS has conducted the Banking Recruitment Awareness Program. Let us now hear where Mr. N.R. Narayanamurthy, Chairman Emeritus Infosys, envisages to see IBPS in the coming years.
Institutions like IBPS play an important role in giving opportunity to a large number of deserving young men and women to get registered and to get an opportunity for employment. Because they use their online processing, youngsters do not have to travel all the way from a small place. What do I mean by reaching for the stars? I mean that IBPS should become the institution that every chairperson of every institution in this country, not just banks, not just insurance ones, not software companies alone, manufacturing companies, government. In fact, it should be a day when the Prime Minister's office would say, look, we need a critical person for this task. Let's find out if IBPS can indeed find that. It will happen.
IBPS, scaling new heights for all your HR solutions.